learn a skill, build a winning mindset, stay focused and consistent, and definitely you'll be good. Yeah, basically, learn a skill, build a winning mindset, stay focused and persistent, and you'll be good. I think that's just one thing every young person, every young individual that is on this great trajectory should actually be focusing on right now. That's basically what I'm focusing on right now. And me creating these videos is basically just to find young people who are on a similar trajectory as mine and carrying along people of similar mindsets, right? So yeah, basically I'm gonna give you a quick story, right, that is mostly relatable to most of you here, guys. So remember school times, the good old days. You had friends with similar interests, people you were on a similar trajectory on, that you walked with, that you moved with. That is exactly what made you bond with such people, simply because you were chasing something similar. You were chasing a similar goal, a similar dream, right? Yeah. So if you try to think from the top of your head, you're going to discover that even in school you didn't relate with everybody the way you related with a specific group of friends, right? So it wasn't just about the journey of education. It was also about your interests, your character, what you want to accomplish in life, who you want to work with, right? So the minute you change the route, you change the direction, you start going a different path, you are going to discover that some people are going to disconnect from you, some friends are going to leave you. It's going to get lonely, because mostly if you are on a great and mighty trajectory, you are going to spend a few years of loneliness, a few years of being in that space where it's you, yourself, and only you, simply because only few people are walking that journey, and chances are that your friends aren't, right? So yeah, so basically this video, guys, is all about me sharing with you guys my experiences that I've had in my journey, how I'm moving so far, and basically finding you guys who want to actually walk the similar journey. We share ideas, I hear your story, you hear my story, and basically things like that, right? Yeah. So there is one more thing that I love to share so much, and I don't know how you guys can relate to this one particular thing, right? So there are energies that come with environments, right? So there are basically energies that come with environments. So here's exactly what I'm talking about. If you surround yourself with winners, if you surround yourself with people that are on a great and mighty trajectory, you are actually going to contain their energy, right? Those people are going to inspire you to do good, to do great, and you are going to walk on a mighty and great trajectory because of the people you choose to associate yourself with, right? So if right now you are living in a community or in a place where you originally was born, right, your homeland, trust me, the chances are that people within that location, people within that community, people within that land are not on a great and mighty trajectory. They are not pursuing something mighty. They are not pursuing something that can make you feel like success. And if you think about it closely, you are going to discover that even you have been too relaxed about your growth. You have been too relaxed about being on a mighty and great trajectory. You've been too relaxed about pursuing your dreams and goals simply because you're around too or over relaxed people. And the moment you choose to change your environment, by changing your environment, I don't mean travel outside the country or travel outside your city. Just disconnect from people that surround you, and find people in different communities and circles who you are going to share ideas with, who you are going to learn from, people that are going to impact you, and you're also going to impact them with your experiences and life lessons, right? So how you can basically do that? We're in the digital era. You can find those people right on your the business that moves right in your pocket, your smartphone, right? So hop on platforms like Hope, WHOP. You're gonna see a lot of communities built for people who are on a mighty trajectory, built for people who are building businesses, people who are building their skill sets. Could be skill sets in sales and marketing, web development, graphic designing, affiliate marketing, drop shipping, e-commerce, forex trading. The list is endless, right? It's going to be dependent on your interests, your skills, what you're chasing, what you want to achieve at the end of the day. That you can find all of these communities on your phone, right? You just have to be deliberate with the type of content you watch, the people that you follow, and what excites you, right? So yeah, basically that's how it goes. So the moment you spend your first few days, few weeks, few months, interacting with people in those communities and sticking to that, you are basically going to, see a drastic change. That I can assure you, and that I can guarantee you, right? Because, in the natural, you may not see it, you may not, have that feeling of, okay, I have, gone out of my environment, I've changed environments. But in the supernatural, trust me, something is definitely going to tag, something will definitely going to click, right? The way you're going to visualize life, the way you're going to see life as a whole, what you're going to see possible is definitely going to change because of the type of people that you are now hanging around with. That is to tell you that energies are contagious, right? Hang around with poor, broke, wired people, you are going to be like them. You hang around with millionaires, sooner or later you're going to be the next millionaire. That's basically what I believe, and that's the truth. I don't care whether you believe it or not. What I can tell you is that energies are contagious, right? So the environment that you live in is going to impact big time how your life is going to turn out, right? So that is why for me, I'm going to be real and honest with you. I am very, very, very specific, with environments, the people that I associate with, people that I hang around with. I don't just go and hang around with any person, right? I'm very, very specific on who I invite into my world, because the people that I invite into my world will impact my world positively or negatively. It's the same with you, right? Yeah, so that actually links me to the next point, that you have to be extremely intentional, right? Your life shouldn't be by default, right? Don't live a life of default, right? You are default to watching TV the whole day. You're default to watching Netflix the whole day. Default to hanging around with friends that are not impacting you in any positive way whatsoever, right? Your life has to be written down step by step. It has to be clear of how you spend your day, who you are going to spend your day with, what you are doing, the expected results. Everything has to be detailed, right? It has to be in excruciating details, right? If you allow your life to rock or move in default, you are going to have a defaulted type of lifestyle that everybody else has. Am I in any way claiming that I have a perfect lifestyle, or I'm successful, or I'm good? Not really. Remember, I said this from the beginning of this video. I'm basically somebody who is on a mighty trajectory. I've written down exactly what my desired, my dream life looks like, and I'm right here working towards that. I'm pushing myself towards being a success, towards accomplishing whatever I said I'm going to accomplish, right? And for that to actually come to pass, I'm telling you guys, I have to be extremely detailed on how I go through my day, right? My days are lonely, they are boring, there is not so much fun. It's just me, waking up, working the whole day, right? I rest a bit, I wake up again, I work again, and I repeat the pattern. Like, that type of a lifestyle is lonely to most people. Most people will easily burn out, and trust me, they'll run away from a lifestyle where you have to wake up early in the morning, do morning meditation, morning prayer, then right from there you jump into work up to somewhere 18 in the evening. I take a walk. 18 in the evening, I take a walk maybe for 1 hour, right, just to refresh my mind, to see the other view of the outside world. Then from there I come back to work up to somewhere midnight. I sleep 05, I'm up. I repeat the cycle. Like, that is lonely to most people. But if you are serious about your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, whatever you're trying to accomplish in this life, you are actually going to do whatever it takes. A wise man once said, if you are not sacrificing your time, you're not sacrificing luxury, you're not sacrificing the good moments, then you are definitely sacrificing the future, the person that you could become, right? If you are not doing what it takes, riding on the right vehicle to your desired outcome, to the life that you envision, you are sacrificing that lifestyle. 1 out of 2 has to be sacrificed. You can sacrifice enjoyment, or you can sacrifice the future. It depends, right, on what is more important to you, what is a priority to you, and what you're working on at this point in your life, right? So yeah, basically that's it. So if I was to give an advice to my old Emmanuel, my old me, 10 years younger, that's like 13 years old me, what would I say? I would basically say, number 1, learn a high income skill. I'll repeat the same thing, learn a high income skill. What is that high income skill? The high income skill could be sales and marketing. It could be video editing. It could be copywriting, graphic designing. It could be AI automations. It could be web development, programming, whatsoever. One high income skill, right? Then when you have learned that one high income skill, okay, before I actually proceed or progress, why learning a high income skill? I know most people could be asking this question: why should you learn a high income skill in the first place? The reason is because when you're getting started, you are your biggest investment, right? So for now, quit thinking about which crypto a token should you buy, where should you put your money, what indices, stocks, whatever. Quit thinking about those things first. The goal is to learn how to make money, then you manage money, then you multiply money. You can't jump from multiplying money that you don't have. You make the money, you manage the money, then you multiply the money. If you're trying to multiply what you don't have, that's disaster for failure. So right now you have to master making more money. You learn how to make more money. Then when you have that more money, you manage the money, then you multiply the money. It goes like that. Then why should you learn a high income skill? Because when you're getting started, probably you don't have money. You have to learn how to make the money. Then when you've learned how to make the money, you have to learn how to make more money. When you've learned how to make more money, then you can manage your money and multiply your money. Like, it's like that, right? So you can't skip steps, right? So when you're starting out, you are your biggest investment. If you don't invest in you, your business is gonna fall and crumble. Yeah, it's gonna go right down. because in the beginning you are the business. You have to learn sales and marketing. You have to learn how to set up systems. You have to learn your operations. You have to learn how to sell. You have to learn how to negotiate. You have to learn how to build a product. You have to learn how to put a product on the market. You have to learn how to build the entire business yourself, because when you're getting started, obviously nobody believes in you. No one is going to buy into your idea, and once things are coming up nicely, there are some green lights, you're building yourself up there, then people are going to get attracted to you and they are going to come right into your circle trying to work with you. Like, it goes like that. There is no other way. You can't jumpstart, right? You can't skip steps here. It's disaster for failure, right? You want to become an investor, you've never made $1 in your life, like, that's a disaster for failure, right? So that is why you should learn a skill, because when you're getting started, you are your biggest investment. You have to develop a person who is capable of making money first, because if you haven't made $1 in your life before, you don't know how to make money. The person that you currently are can't make money. That is why you've never made it. So you have now to develop a new person that is capable of making the money. Then once you've built that type of a person, then now you can start building a person capable of managing the money, then a person capable of multiplying the money. Like, it's so clear, right? It's so clear. So it's up to you. Right. So that is why you have to learn a skill. Then when you've learned a skill, you have to build a mindset that is going to support that business that you are running. So how do you build that mindset? Right. So number one, be in communities of people who are on a similar trajectory as you. Those people are going to inspire you to take action. You're going to learn way more from those people. And if you combine what you're going to learn from those people with your experiences, that alone is good enough to help you stay focused, help you stay consistent and committed to what you are working on, right? So find a community of people who are on a similar trajectory as you are. Like I said, I always recommend global e-learning platforms, because these are platforms that you are going to find quality people. Don't just go on YouTube and join any random don't just go on Facebook and join any random Facebook group and think you're gonna be okay. No, right? Remember, you want to be in a community with very high quality people, right? Very high quality people who are building themselves, working towards something, and I want you to witness other people winning. That is going to scare the hell out of you. It's going to shift your belief systems. It's going to show you possibilities beyond what you thought was possible. Imagine being in a community where other young people like you are making $10,000, $15,000, $50,000 on the same thing that you are doing. Imagine what that would do to you. How that would drastically shift your belief systems. So you want to be in those communities. So what are some of those communities? Go to nas.io. You're gonna find a bunch of those communities. Join some. I recommend paid communities if you have a bit of some money to invest, right? Pay for those communities. I do the same. I pay for a lot of programs, right? Every month I actually secure an amount for learning, for my personal growth, right? So I'm looking to a point where I'll be spending like 20,000 on a coaching program, 30, 50, 100,000 on a coaching. Like the limit is endless. The more you invest in yourself, it really shows how much you believe in you. So for me, I'm looking to a point where I can feel that level of success where I can grab 100,000 and pay for a coaching program, right? It's a whole different experience learning from somebody who has had multiple experiences than you and accomplished way more than you, made multi-millions of dollars than you, right? Not even than you, because I've never made millions of dollars before, right? So yeah, I know most of you guys are going to bash me down below that, oh no, What do you mean spending 100,000, on learning? That's wasting money. I know all of you guys have different beliefs, but I don't care. I really don't care. That just shows you how much you don't believe in yourself, or how much you don't believe in education. And that's probably a mindset keeping you away from your opportunities, mindset keeping you away and shackling you down, right? Yeah, so if you don't believe in yourself, obviously there's this tendency of human being to not put in efforts or invest in something they don't believe in. So if you are the person you don't believe in, you are not going to spend money to make yourself better. Like that's just how it works. You have to believe in yourself first. You have to believe in your abilities and capabilities to make it. Then you're going to be willing to spend money to develop yourself, so you can grow, maybe make more money, have a better life, aspire to do greater, and fulfill your purpose. Like, it all goes like that, right? Yeah, so basically, like I said, guys, I just grabbed my phone and said, okay, I want to talk to people, let me shoot a video. And I selected some of my experiences, building myself, rising to the top, right? And I can guarantee you guys, one day, just one day, you are going to come back and watch this video and see that guy at the top. Like that, I can guarantee you 100%. You're gonna come back right on this video and see this guy speaking directly on the camera to you, and seeing him right on the top, right? Yeah. So, and again, this is evidence. This is evidence that I'm going to show to people that, okay, great, you can be great, you can achieve, you can accomplish, right? Yeah. So basically that's it. I think I've been here for like 22 minutes right now, and I think I have 3 more minutes, then I'll go, right? So what is that last final closing remark or words that I have for you guys? Okay, so I think human beings don't have the ability to think anything impossible. Let me repeat that. Human beings have zero ability to think anything impossible. So here's what I mean. If at some point you visualized yourself as a millionaire, it's possible, but you have to back that up with efforts, with your energy, with input, right? I believe if you've seen yourself traveling around the world, it's possible, but you have to back it up with work. Build yourself, learn a skill, learn how to connect with people, learn how to negotiate, learn how to sell your way through life, right? Once you have all of these things, all of these factors put together, then you are a person qualified to materialize your dreams. Yeah, so I think God didn't create any man to think anything impossible. Whatever you can visualize, whatever you can see, whatever you can think about, you can make it possible. But you have to understand that there are factors you have to put in place to make it possible. It doesn't happen on autopilot. If it was on autopilot, every dreamer would have been accomplished. But because it's not on autopilot, you have to believe that you are special, then putting a special amount of work to prove to the world how special you are. I believe every human being is special. When I look at every human being, I'm like, okay, this is God's creation. The God who created the universe, the earth, the heavens, the stars, the moon, all of these humongous things combined, God created, and He created me. Okay, I'm special because I'm created in His image and likeness. But to back up that statement of me being special, I have to put in a special amount of work, a special amount of energy to prove to the world of how special I am. So you are special, but you need to go ahead and put in special amount of work to just show the world how special you are. Then when you've done that, I think that everything else comes into place just like that. With all that said, this is your boy, my premier closer. Until next time, peace out.